Welcome back, everybody, to another regular fan show on a Wednesday. Today, Bruce is decked out in his Canadians jersey, even though
Yep.
they done been eliminated from the NHL playoffs. Still repping. I respect it.
That is because a great thing happened a couple days ago with the Toronto Maple Leafs going bye-bye.
That is true. You were very excited to see the Toronto Maple Leafs
Bye-bye.
falling down into the toilet, if you will.
Yeah, going back to where they belong.
There you go.
Getting choked. Choking.
Doing what they do, choking playoffs.
There we go. Yeah, we're working on words here. Sometimes they don't go as planned, but
yeah,
we do what we can with what we got.
Hey, you know what? It's hard when you're rolling out of bed and hopping right on a live podcast.
Yeah, dude.
It can be difficult to come up with words.
Yeah, I was just telling you about this, dude. I need to catch up on sleep so bad, and
I hear you. I've been needing it.
We can talk in the morning. Something keeps coming unplugged. Is it my mic? Does my mic keep switching? Okay.
No.
Something keeps coming unplugged because it keeps going boom, 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 boom in my ears, and it's like really making me mad. But anywho, yeah, I needed to catch up on sleep, dude, and I was like, yeah, but we can, because Brittany and I were gonna like talk about some stuff in the morning, get everything situated.
Have a nice little chit chat.
I wake up at 10:45, and I'm like, oh, brother, Vinny, can you stop binging?
I heard at that time. I heard a little ding.
Ba-bing?
I heard a little
bing. All about the
bing,
ding, bing, bing. Maybe you can like hear it through my AirPods into the mic. I don't know, but yeah, I'm up. I didn't think I was gonna wake up this late, which is weird because I went home to visit family over the weekend, and I just out of randomness woke up at 8 a.m. Like my body just woke me up at 8, but then I'm back in my bed and I'm waking up at almost 11. I don't understand it. Scientology, I get it. Please help.
I get it. That's what was happening over when I was down in the city for a bachelor party. I'm waking up at like 9:30 every day.
Yeah, I think it's just because you are.
I swear to God.
You're going to bed at 9:30 every day.
We were up and at 'em, ready to go. It's something about not being in your home bed. You just don't sleep as late.
Dude. Literally, like it's crazy. But I mean, hey.
I hear it. It's always good to catch up on sleep. We need it. Everybody needs it. You can't be too tired, especially if you don't have your W energy. I mean, if you can't catch up on sleep, get yourself some W energy. Don't forget, use code RFS.
Brother.
Yeah, get that 10% off on your energy powder.
Let's just bang this out now, eh?
Well, we're talking about sleep. It can't shameless plug. Throw it in there,
dude. Shout out W, bro. I've actually I ran out of my like other pre-workout for when I go work out.
You've been using more W?
So I've been using W at the gym. Oh my, I am nasally. Woo!
We're cruising along here.
Yeah, dude. Sports. Woo!
I mean, the last podcast we did, we started off with like I think we spent 15 minutes at the least.
20. We spent 20 minutes talking about movies, dude.
Not even movies, TV shows.
Well, funny you bring that up.
The random shit that we watch.
I finished Peaky Blinders.
Good. There we go. I got to start.
I finished another show too. I forget what it was.
You've been grinding a lot more than me. I have not really watched anything.
I went back and I finished. Well, I realized I literally had like 3 episodes left in both shows that I needed to finish. Yeah. So I just went back and I like kind of recalled what was going on. Actually, it's a lot. I have a half an hour left in the final episode of Peaky Blinders.
You stopped mid-finale?
I was watching it when I was home and my parents got home and we were going to do something.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no.
You got to finish that.
I will be finishing that. But I don't have Netflix.
Oh.
And I can't use other people's Netflix because of the stupid thing they did.
Stupid bullshit.
Yeah, Netflix. Figure it out.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Well, I wasn't really watching any shows last night. I was watching Timberwolves and
I didn't watch Game 1.
But I'm trying to segue. We're supposed to talk about sports here. I'm trying to segue us into sports.
Yeah. Yeah. You were watching the Wolves and the Thunder.
I was watching the Wolves and the Thunder as they open up the Western Conference Finals. Finally, I don't know if you saw this, Bruce. We finally get to find out who the MVP is today.
Yeah.
21st.
Yeah.
Normally they announce the MVP like May 2nd.
Who do you think it's gonna be? Shy?
It's gonna be SGA. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my opinions on SGA, and I'll save those opinions for when we talk about game 1 from last night. But yeah, it's SGA. He's the MVP. Like Jokic did some crazy shit down the stretch. I mean, like the run he was on. I forget whether it was triple doubles or what he was doing down the end of the regular season there, that stretch, but he was putting up historic numbers.
Yeah,
a little too late. There's no catching up to Shea in the MVP race.
I mean, yeah, he's kind of turned OKC in the past couple of years. Like, I feel like
they've gotten better every single year.
5 years. Yeah, I feel like 4 or 5 years ago they were under 500 team.
They were not good.
Yeah,
they were not good whatsoever. I mean, they had like a couple.
Shai's actually trending right now on Twitter.
Of course he is. Probably. Well, I know why he's trending.
Him and hashtag Mission Impossible.
Oh well, hey.
And Meek Mill.
Tom Cruise. I don't even want to know why Meek Mill is trending right now. Last time Meek Mill was trending, it's because he was eating French fries sitting in his pool.
Shout out Meek Mill, dude.
I don't want to know what Meek Mill is up to, but
did I miss what? Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna bring this up on the pod. I'm not. You can figure it out yourself, people. We're not.
Whatever Bruce is looking at is probably trending on X. So
it involves a party.
Well, we'll leave it at that.
Of somebody who is in trial.
Tony is officially awake. What's up, Tony?
I must have missed something last night. What happened with Shy? What do you? You're like over here like bouncing around something that you really want to say. So just spit it out.
I hate watching Shea play basketball.
Why?
Because
he's good?
No.
No, he's good. He's not because he's good. He's not on the Heat.
No, that's not even why. I don't even want him on the Heat. I mean, great. Yeah, of course I really do. I'd love an MVP on my.
I was about to say, what are you talking about?
It's the fact that you reach the playoffs. Okay, forget everything that happened in the regular season. Forget the MVP award. Forget all that. You get to the playoffs. The brand of basketball is supposed to be twice as physical, twice as difficult. You're supposed to have to work harder to get your shots and get your looks. And
you're going here. You're going this route.
Yeah. Because look, I'm not gonna sit here and say that you drive all the time, you shouldn't get fouls. I'm not mad at SGA for knowing how to draw fouls. James Harden did it, Kobe did it, D Wade did it, LeBron did it. It is a skill to know how to draw fouls in the NBA. It just watching that Thunder team is a basketball fan's worst nightmare. Because you're watching a team that plays tough, gritty defense, who forces turnovers, and it's great. You love it. You're watching pure ethical hoops with the Thunder on the defensive side of the ball. They might get away with a couple fouls here and there, but that's fine. They're playing tough, physical hoops. Then they get to the other end of the floor, and SGA is dribbling the ball. And I watched a clip while you were still sleeping in this morning, Bruce. I was watching a video on Twitter or X, whatever the hell, of all the 13 foul calls that SGA drew in game 1 last night. And it's just, it's not basketball. It's not basketball.
Didn't he help Ant up though? Didn't he show some respect, or was that the other way around?
I don't know. Maybe if what you're thinking of is when Shea was on the ground, Ant was not letting that dude up. He was standing over him. He kind of like gave him a push to the ground, stood over him, would not let SGA stand up.
I'm pretty sure SGA helped him up.
Maybe he did. I don't know. But Anthony Edwards is a dog. Love watching that dude play. But again, to my point, if you're a pure hoops lover, you love the way the Thunder play defense. What did you find the video?
I found a funny picture. It's just him driving to the hoop, and he's just.
And let me guess, he's going.
No, yeah.
When no one's touching him. No one's touching him. And he's going. Like, again, I'm not mad. I understand that it's a skill to be able to draw those fouls, and he's really good at it. I get it. It's just so hard as a basketball fan, as a pure hoops fan, to watch this Thunder team play stellar defense, and you respect the game on that side of the court. Then they get the ball, and all of a sudden SGA is I mean, some of these fouls are just pitiful, just absolutely pitiful. And you got everybody on the announcing team go, how does he get that shot to go in? He didn't get touched. He's halfway on the floor because he threw himself there. That's what I want to say about SGA. I'm not mad at the fact that he draws these fouls. I understand that he's good at what he does. But when you're in the playoffs, it's not supposed to be this way.
Yeah.
When you hit the playoffs, it's supposed to be that much more physical. You're supposed to not get the same whistle you got in the regular season. And I'm not the only one saying this. I mean, there's, whether you want to look at analysts, other players, there's people all over social media starting to notice that the whistle on one end of the floor is different than the other in this Thunder series so far. It's only one game. But, like, Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle were laughing at the bottom.
You're starting to sound like a Knicks fan.
How?
Bro, dude, every game, it didn't matter if they went down 2-0 or if they were down 100-98. Like, if it was always the ref's fault if they were losing.
Oh, I'm not saying it's the ref's fault that the T-Wolves. You can't turn the ball over 19 times and expect to win.
I'm just saying you
can't miss 50 shots and expect to win.
Is different at both ends of the court. That's a Knicks fan's comment.
That's an observation. That has. I'm not saying that's the result and why the outcome of the game is the way it is. The Timberwolves still did not play good enough to win that game.
I agree. But they should have won it. The way they played in the first half compared to the way they played in the second half was like two different ends of the atmosphere.
Exactly. They shot themselves out of the game. They turned the ball over way too many times, but that's the Thunder defense. Celtics. I mean, that's what the Thunder do. They turn you over and they kill you on the fast break. I respect the Thunder's game. I don't respect SGA and the flopping we're seeing in the playoffs. It's not supposed to be like this. In the regular season, fine. Do what you got to do. It's a long regular season. I get it. When you get to the playoffs, the whistle is supposed to be shorter. And we're not seeing that so far. And it's only happening for that one team. Every other series I've watched, the refs have been pretty solid. Except for the Thunder and SGA and some of these fouls are just egregious calls. You know, it's nothing about the result of the game. It's all about, as someone who loves watching pure hoops, you love watching the Thunder on the defensive side of the floor because they play tough defense. But then the Timberwolves don't have the opportunity to do the same. That's where I have the problem. Because I want to see a good competitive series. And we're not going to get that if this is the way that it's going to go.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
I'm not trying to hate. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just, I can't watch the Thunder play and root for them based on the way that, game one went. I want to see good, clean hoops.
We'll see how it goes, like, moving forward in the series. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying, because it's, I don't know, but I feel like, I mean, it like, you giving a take is different because you're not like, you don't have a dog in the fight. So it's like, so it's like a fair or like reaction to it. But like, you've heard it all throughout the playoffs so far about the refs. At least I have. Just like about, it doesn't matter who's playing who, but if people are fans of teams, that's got to stop becoming such a common like theme is like people blaming the refs.
Like, yeah.
It just I feel like
you gotta remember realize, refs are human.
Yeah, like it happens. Like, but it's I don't know. It's just become such a common theme to like the way people are watching the sport now, especially in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the NBA. That it's just like people are like, oh, like I'll use the Knicks again for the example, just because I think I had to see it firsthand. It was always the refs' fault. It was always the refs' fault if they were losing.
Yeah, you got to be able to take some accountability when you lose.
Yeah, like it happens. Yeah, maybe there's a couple bad calls, but like it's
refs are always going to make bad calls.
The scapegoat that it is. Like it's just watch the game. Like when the Celtics lost, I was like, we played poor. Like we didn't play good.
I don't think the refs are going to save Boston in that game.
Okay, I'm just talking about the series as a whole. The 4 games we lost, I was like, we just played bad. We threw. I never blamed the refs once, but then the 2 games that we won, it was the refs that won us the game. Like,
yeah, it's something that it's always easier to blame the refs than to just admit that your team lost. It is like a common thing that nobody wants to hear that excuse. I mean,
yeah, a ref it's getting old. It's just getting old. Like it's professional basketball.
If a ref makes a horrid out of left field call with 2 seconds left in the game, fine, maybe a little different. Yeah. But these refs are not going into the games deciding who's going to win. I mean, we don't have another gambling scandal on our hands. At least I hope.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Thunder, it's not entertaining to watch at this point. That's where I get the problem with it. I don't care who wins the series. I have money on the Thunder, so like in the back of my mind, I need the Thunder to win so I can, try and win some money. But I can't enjoy watching these games when this is the product we're putting out. And that enters a whole different conversation. Could have to do with the amount of rest they get between games, so they got to find other ways to score without wasting energy. There's a whole other conversation to be had about that. Fact of the matter is, I don't like watching the Thunder play because I feel so torn on them. I love watching them play defense, and I hate watching SGA with the ball in his hands because I know what's going to happen. He's going to try and bump into someone, fling the ball at the hoop, and 70, 80% of the time he's going to get the call. Not mad at that. Credit to him for being able to, get in those positions, get to his spots where he can make those things happen. But either we got to be doing that in every series of the playoffs. I either want to see Jalen Brunson getting the same whistle in the Eastern Conference or Tyrese Halliburton, whoever, or we gotta cut it out. Because in the conference finals, we should be getting entertaining hoops. I shouldn't be sitting here playing Minecraft instead of watching the conference finals because it's just not an entertaining product they're putting out. That's my problem with it. But credit to the Thunder. They get a big win. The defense helps them out a lot in that one. We'll see how it goes, how it plays out. But you're wondering why Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is trending on X. That's why. Because everybody's got something to say on SGA. I feel like the YouTube video Tony just put in the chat is definitely something about SGA flopping, 100%. Just based on the laughing emojis after.
But yeah, I mean it's just like I get why millennials say that basketball nowadays isn't the same.
No, it's not. It's a slower game.
It really is. It's a slower game. It's people just like flailing and like trying to draw fouls. It's not tough. I mean, I'm not saying it's not tough, but it's like it's not as
it's not tough. Gritty.
It's nothing. It's nothing compared to what it was in like the 1900s.
It's not like we got to see dudes throwing haymakers out there. But I keep coming back to this point. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying before, Tony. Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle literally laughing at the box score because SGA had 14 free throws. I mean, again, we've seen players do this in the past. Plenty of legends have figured out how to get to the line and capitalize on that. Excuse me. It's not like I hate SGA. It's not like I'm an anti SGA fan, but this is not how playoff basketball should be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Plain and simple.
It is what it is. We'll see what happens. I mean, Anthony Edwards is going to have a revenge game. That's for sure. So I'm excited to see that. Fun. I guess that's one of the other, I guess you could call it a good thing in the aspect of Anthony Edwards is going to get going because he's already pissed about, I mean, they played a pretty solid game aside from the turnovers and, not being able to really shoot from outside. Anthony Edwards played a great game. Julius Randle played a great game. What more can you ask for? Those dudes are going to come out in game 2 different.
Yeah.
And hopefully that leads to a more entertaining series. We'll see.
Yeah, that's it was just the way they looked great in the first. It was just the way they ended the first half that kind of led into the second half. Oh, it was
so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that after all of that, it ends up being like a 4-point game at halftime, or I think it was a 4-point game at halftime because the Thunder just went on a crazy run in the final minute there.
Yeah.
You got to close quarters better, especially in the playoffs. You just can't let that happen. I mean,
exactly.
I'm excited to keep watching this series strictly because I love watching Ant. I love his style of play. I love, his mentality. I think he's the closest thing we have in the league to another Jordan or another Kobe. One of those dudes that just has that mentality that I'm going to F you up and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So like, I guess I it's not like I'm rooting for a certain team here, but I am a little bit biased towards Ant just because I love watching that dude play. But we'll see. Game 2, I'm pretty sure game 2's got to be tomorrow. Tonight we get Celtics. Sorry, we get Knicks Pacers. That was actually an accident. That was actually an accident. I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't wake up that much earlier than you. I'm also.
I think we transition now. I think we transition now. I think I'm off it.
Transition to what? You want to jump straight to hockey or something?
Yeah, I think I'm off it. Nope. I'm that ruined my day, Vinny. You ruined my day. It's only 11.
I'm sorry.
11:30. It's only 11:30.
Bruce has not been awake for an hour, and his day is already ruined.
Yeah, literally, dude. Damn.
Well,
he's throwing accusations out here.
Anyways, tonight we get Pacers Knicks. Another series I'm very excited for. Again,
two clutch guys in the flesh.
Yeah, I hope it isn't. I hope we don't get a repeat of Game 1 of OKC Minnesota.
Let's just see. Let's see if the Pacers win. Just keep an eye on those Knicks fans and what they're blaming.
And what they say.
Yeah. And what they blame the loss on.
I'll give you. I will keep an eye out for that. I'll be paying attention. We'll break it all down tomorrow because we are going live tomorrow and Friday, so we'll have plenty of reaction on these games. But I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to be the same thing because Jalen Brunson does kind of play similar to SGA, And again,
tell me about it.
You saw it firsthand, it's a skill to be able to get to the free throw line. It doesn't change the fact that it's not what I want to see every possession.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to see if the whistle appears similar in the Eastern Conference series compared to the West, but it should be good. These are two teams that don't like each other very much. I mean, we saw. Have you ever seen the clip of Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson in the WWE ring?
WWE. It was last year. Everyone was like, "Oh, it was foreshadowing."
Literally, we didn't know it, but WWE was really writing the scripts for all these sports year in and year out. The NFL scripts, when those memes were going around, it was all just WWE. They're unlocking the secret to sports entertainment.
Yeah.
But besides the point, yeah, very excited for this Knicks Pacers series. Last year they went to 7, and the Knicks were pretty beat up. Pacers got better this year. I think I got Knicks in 7. It's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be a good series. Like I
Cat's going to have to
in
nut
7.
up though. Cat really needs to start nutting up.
Yeah, I got Pacers in 7.
You got Pacers in 7. I got Knicks in 7. Maybe me and Bruce will throw a healthy $5 on it or something.
Yeah. Excuse me.
But should be good. NHL playoffs still going on.
Yeah.
I again have not been keeping track, but I know you have been, Bruce.
Yeah.
I know you know your stuff better than I do.
You know, the way Florida played last night, it looks like they're about to run it back. They absolutely torched Carolina. Like, it was embarrassing.
Yeah, what was
I mean, mind you, like,
what was the final? 5-2, that's what it was.
Yeah, at the Lenovo Center. It was like, I don't really get it, because Carolina didn't play bad. I wouldn't say Carolina played bad. It was Sergei Bobrovsky just had a game. He let in 2. I think he was the first player of the game, but like, they didn't play bad. It's just I don't really understand what happened to Freddie Anderson, because he did not look great last night. But mind you, they just came off a series that I guess I don't know, because Florida just came off the series that went to 7 against Toronto.
True.
You'd think they'd be not as rested and not as.
I just don't think they care. They're running on pure adrenaline at this point.
Yeah, they're gritty. They're a gritty group. You get the Sams, you get Bennett and Reinhart, and then you got Matthew Tkachuk, Carter. You got a solid base. Like,
they got some dogs.
Yeah, you got a really solid base, and then you got guys stepping up too, like AJ Greer, Aaron Ekblad, another one last night from a defenseman. It was just, who else scored that? Oh yeah, Edu Listerinen scored. Like, there's guys stepping up, because like Barkov's not really scoring, Reinhardt's not really scoring, Tkachuk's not really scoring. You know, all these guys that are their key guys aren't scoring. Like, Sam Reinhart didn't even have a shot last night. Like, they got guys stepping up, and that's what they need, obviously. I don't know. Carolina's going to have to turn. I think Carolina's going to be fine. Like, I personally think Carolina's still going to win this series, but it's just, I don't know, dude. If Freddie Anderson starts tossing the way he kind of did last night, it's going to be a scary couple games for Carolina. But they can't lose game 2 at home. They can't lose game 2 at home. They can't.
No.
Because going back to Florida,
you don't want to go to Florida down 2-0.
Yeah, it's not gonna be ideal if you go back to Florida down 2-0. You could get swept, but I think Carolina's the better team. I think it might have just been an off game.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot me in the foot if that ends up being, a bad take. But
hey, it happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I
mean, we could get an Edmonton Florida rematch.
We could, but see, like, I made a bracket before the playoffs, and I have Dallas and Carolina in the finals, and people were calling me stupid for it. They're both in the conference finals.
Because I bet you everyone else had Winnipeg and.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know who else.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think I had Florida.
You probably had Toronto and Winnipeg.
I don't think I had Florida. I know I had Carolina. I know I had Dallas. I'm pretty sure I had Edmonton making it.
I know for a fact you didn't have Toronto.
Hell no. think I had them going bounced in the first
round. Did you have your Canadians going all the way?
I had them lose. I had them losing in 7. I had them losing in 7 to the Capitals, but they lost in 5, which is just depressing. But
he got swept. So
view brackets. Can I view my bracket, please? Now I want to see who I had. They don't make this easy on the NHL app.
Well, either way, the fact that you got 2 out of the 4 in the conference finals is a pretty solid shout.
Yeah, I had Dallas, Edmonton. Oh, I did have the Leafs in the conference final. What the hell was I thinking?
Wow. I can't believe you the hate in your heart for Toronto.
Yeah, but I also had Tampa Bay. I also had Tampa Bay topping Florida in the first round.
You were going with a chalk, and that's
not the chalk.
That's why they're 1 seeds.
Toronto, yeah. But I had the Blues taking down Winnipeg. Like I had the Wild taking down Vegas, but
yeah,
like those didn't all go right. But I have 3 out of the final 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still pretty solid.
I have Dallas and Mikko Rantanen winning the cup. He leaves Colorado.
Mikko Magic.
He leaves Colorado. He goes to Carolina. He then proceeds to 2 weeks later go to Dallas. In one of the weirdest trades in history. One of the weirdest sequences. And then he bounces Colorado, and then he's gonna go to the Cup against Carolina, and he's gonna top them. Well, I love the way Dallas plays, dude. I love the way Dallas plays.
It'd be a pretty crazy story.
Mind you, I want whoever makes it out of the West to win, because I don't want Florida to go back-to-back. I'm not the biggest fan of Carolina. I do like watching them play. I'm just not. Maybe it's because I have a lot of friends who are Rangers fans who, obviously they have a decently sized rivalry with Carolina. So I don't necessarily want Carolina to win because of that, probably. But from the West, Dallas, I would love to see Dallas win. Dallas is awesome. They're just so fun to watch.
I'm kind of pulling for Edmonton. I want to see.
Yeah, I was just gonna go there. Yeah, McDavid and Draisaitl deserve one. So whoever comes out of the West, I think the Edmonton deserves it. Dallas, I feel like I just want to see them win it. Like the Mikko storyline would be sick. Going back to last season, Jake Ottinger was a laughing stock of the playoffs last season, and it was memes for a year straight. And now he's back in the playoffs, and he's helped Dallas to the Western Conference Finals. So really just the storyline of Dallas is incredible. Yeah. And people really didn't think they were going to make it here, and here they are. So
4 wins away from making it to the Stanley Cup. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of sports. It's always the.
I feel like I'll have fun watching the Stanley Cup as long as Florida's not in it. I don't want to see a team looking to go back to back. I don't want to deal with the NFL
you can hate
over
watch.
again. I don't want to deal with that pretty much is the MLB. I don't want to deal with the MLB all over again. I want different teams.
Yeah, you love seeing parity.
Yeah, and I think if mind you, if it's Florida Edmonton though, that's just it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's come on. A whole year went by and we're right back here to the same spot.
Yeah. So, I think Edmonton could take that. Florida's got a very solid base. I just think the way I just like storylines. I love sports, obviously, duh. But
storylines is what makes it.
Both storylines that would come out of the West are so much better than storylines coming out of the East, mind you. People could have a different take on that because people could be like, oh, Florida going to go back to back. That's a storyline. Yes, but it's a boring one.
Yeah. I think it'd be worse if they were both 1 seeds and, one had the President's Trophy or whatever. The fact that they'd both be making it as 3 seeds I feel like makes it a little bit better because they had to fight to get back there. But like to your point, it's the same matchup we saw last year. A lot of people probably could have predicted it would have happened again. Maybe, you would have expected higher seedings for them, but it's an easy prediction, seeing that they were both going to stay good. And I don't know. I mean, I'm with you. I would certainly like to see one of those Western Conference teams win.
I mean, and it's been like for Edmonton, it's just crazy because throughout the playoffs, they've had they had Stuart Skinner. He had to get benched, and then they put in or he got hurt or something. I can't really remember what happened in the first round. They put in Calvin Pickard. He looks like donkey, and then he all of a sudden he stands on his head, and then out of the blue one day, all of a sudden Skinner's back in net, and he's just doing bits, and now they're in the Western Conference Finals. So it's like what some of these teams are doing, because people are like, oh, like you got to battle injured, like Toronto, great example. They're like, oh, we don't have stars. Like, yeah, they didn't have Skinner. Pickard didn't look good game one. Bang, there he is. Back game two. I mean, and mind you, Wall kind of bounced back for Toronto. He posted a shutout, I believe, in game 6. But then it didn't matter because Toronto sucks. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's just I want a good series out of the West, and then I want whoever's out of the West to win it. And I think whoever's out of the West will win it. But yeah, I think it'll be fun to watch. Tonight's Edmonton Dallas, obviously last night, because Florida just blew Carolina out of the water. Yeah. That was kind of embarrassing. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun series to watch because Edmonton's kind of been scoring a lot in the playoffs. I mean, I guess Dallas kind of has too. So I don't know. It's gonna be a good series. It could be a high scoring game. It could be a high, mind you, but I don't know. I think it'll be a high scoring game. I do think it'll be a high scoring game. Jake Oettinger versus I think Stuart Skinner, unless Calvin Pickard's back in net. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't think it matters. But another funny thing, on Spittin' Chicklets, the NHL podcast for Barstool, they without Biz knowing, they invited Matty Tkachuk onto the podcast.
Oh God!
And yeah, he was a little. He had to take off his Toronto hat. He had a jersey behind him. He went and he took it down. That was pretty funny. But I love seeing that.
Whoever planned that out and made that happen, big round of applause to them.
I know that was hilarious, and I was like,
I should have tried to get Jalen Brunson on the pod after the Knicks Celtics series. Yeah.
No.
Anyways. No. Hey, Jinx. Anyways, hey, if you're fighting the urge to fall asleep, whether you be at the gym, whether you be at work, whether you be gaming, whatever it is, you need that energy boost. Hit up W Energy. Use code RFS, 10% off at checkout. You see to the left of Bruce there, he's got his W Shaker bottle. He's got his little mystery powder. Plenty of different flavors. Plenty of different sampler packs, all sorts of great stuff. Go to w.gg. Use code RFS for 10% off at checkout for your purchase. Bruce, did you see what's going on in the NFL too?
There's been a lot going on in the NFL. You got to be more specific. You got to narrow it down to give me a very valid guess. Are we talking about Justin Jefferson flag football? Are we talking about rookie projections?
Well, wait. Schefter just tweeted, actually. This is what I was going to bring up. So, owners met. Whatever.
Hold on. I'm going to mute myself.
The tush push was...
Continue.
Yeah, I'll keep going. So, yeah, they were voting on whether or not to ban the tush push. And... as just now tweeted out by Shefty, the tush push ban did not receive enough votes at today's league meeting in Minneapolis. So the tush push remains alive, and we will see more this season. I know Jason Kelsey was there advocating for the tush push. I'm sure other, Philadelphia organization members were there to try to keep it in play. But that's what I was going to bring up, was whether or not we thought the tush push should be banned. But I guess it doesn't really matter. The tush push is staying anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw it
play. You know what I mean? It's just like,
yeah,
you can't get mad. It's not like
figure out a way to stop it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not because like other teams can't do it. Like it's not like I don't know. There was another thing that got banned. I can't remember what it was.
In the NFL, was that the hip drop tackle?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Or it's not like the tuck rule either. Like it's
like hip drop. I understand you're trying to keep players healthy and whatnot, but
yeah, like this. Tush push can cause some injuries too. What do you mean? There's this. Oh yeah. You got like 8 guys. You got like.
It's a scary play for sure.
It's literally 22 guys, just
all like 300 pounds.
Just all just going. I mean, at least it's not like they're running at each other like a kickoff.
Yeah, it's not like the kickoff. Like the kickoff changes.
Yeah. Kickoff. Like, but it's still 11 guys on each side that are pretty heavy set dudes and big guys, big boys that are just going straight at each other.
It just sucks. I mean, you remember, everyone remembers the NFC Championship when that dude on Washington kept jumping over the line trying to stop it until the refs basically said, if he does it one more time, we're giving the Eagles a touchdown. Like, I understand from that aspect wanting to ban the tush push, because watching that was like the worst 15 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
We just, let's see, Shefty, one source said there were at least 9 and possibly 10 teams that voted no on a ban of the tush push. So there you go. At least a third of the league wants to keep the tush push. I don't know. I saw another one that the Lions submitted something to reseed the playoffs and not have just the division winners be top 3. I don't necessarily. I know they withdrew it, so it's not going to happen. I don't hate that idea. I mean,
I don't like the 7 teams on a side. Like make it 8. You know what I mean?
You want to add a whole other wild card team and just get rid of the first round bye?
Yeah, like. Because, I don't know, 7 is just a weird number. Just make it, like, sports are not even, sports are just doing they're doing too much. They're doing too much. Be like the NHL.
Too much.
Be like the NHL. Have 8 teams aside of a normal-sized 16-team bracket.
That's what the NBA does, too, and it makes sense.
Yeah, but they got that stupid play-in bullshit. Just make it 16 and have them play each other. You don't need to do too much. It's a normal bracket. Be normal. You don't have to be different. It's really not that
it really
hard.
Doesn't make that big of a difference.
Do I care that much? No. Like, I don't care that much. But at the same time, if people are going to want change, whatever, just go back to normal. Just be normal.
To me, it's just like I get what you're saying. It's not like adding 2 extra teams makes that big of a difference. Like, in my head, I'm thinking half the league makes playoffs if they do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking 16 of 32. But then again, what's the difference between that and the NHL or the NBA? It's the same way. Half the league is going to make the playoffs.
14 and 16. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. You know what? I don't hate that idea because I feel like the first round bye hurts teams anyway. Oh, here we go. Final vote of the proposed ban of the tush push, 22-10, at least 24 votes. Wow, so they needed 2 more votes than the tush push would have been banned.
To ban the,
Damn. So they were actually pretty close, but evidently not gonna happen.
They needed 2 more teams.
Yeah, so I guess those other teams that voted to keep it must think that they can.
To Eagles' official reaction, push on.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
That's the Phillies, Philly
Eagles.
Yeah, Philly tweeted out, "Push on."
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure they're happy about it. I'm trying to think. I
I
feel
don't
like there
know.
was
We'll
something
see if it
else
gets
out of
brought
the
up for a vote
NFL.
again next season.
Yeah. I wonder what happened with the Lions one to change, because that never even went to a vote. The Lions just pulled that from whatever they were talking about, but who
It
knows?
was
Who knows why the Lions
the
pulled it
poll
out?
proposal to change NFL playoff seeding.
Yeah, maybe
In
they
an
were just
effort to
getting
keep
maybe they were getting
late
clowned.
season games more competitive, the Lions had proposed a bylaw that would guarantee only the division winner in each conference with the best record a home playoff game. The rest of the playoff field would have to be seeded strictly by record.
You know what? Mike Tomlin makes a good point in this article
In a
about
division
the
purist, to be quite honest with you, I love the rivalries that are division play. I love the structure of our scheduling that highlights it. I just categorize myself as a division purist. I think the division winner should get a home playoff game.
I get what he's saying, because you look at a
Yeah,
league
I
like
mean,
the
I don't
NBA,
think.
divisions don't
Yeah,
really matter.
yeah,
Like, I couldn't tell you who's in what division in the NBA. I only know 2 conferences.
yeah. That's fair. It's kind of
And
the
I
same
do
with
like the
hockey.
rivalries. Yeah. Like the division rivalries, especially, I mean, you look at the Steelers and that division, they hate each other. I
Yeah,
mean, that's honestly how football should be. So I see where Mike Tomlin is coming from there. The flag football news is pretty cool too. What was that,
yeah,
2028 that
yeah.
they'll be able to play?
In the Olympics, yeah.
And Justin Jefferson's dream is to win a flag football gold medal, not a Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah, which is crazy. But
Yeah, I don't understand that. But what I keep seeing is the what's his name? That dude that's the quarterback on Team USA flag football now. And they're like, is he gonna make the team? Because he's saying he's better than Mahomes at flag football or something. You remember that dude?
no,
I can't
I
remember his
haven't
name.
seen that.
Oh my god. Because they, when this all got brought up, people were like, oh, this is who, this is the dream team NFL roster for flag football, and everyone had Mahomes as quarterback. But this dude, oh my god, I cannot remember his name. This dude basically came out and said, oh, Daryl Duquette.
Sure.
Yeah, this dude.
I
He
mean, don't get
basically
me wrong. He's probably good. Like,
no, he came out and said he would have been better, or he would be better for flag football quarterback than Patrick Mahomes would be, which everyone started flaming him for. But then you
you know
look
who
at
I
his
think would be a
highlights.
good flag football quarterback out of the NFL is Lamar Jackson.
He would be the perfect one, because this dude, Daryl Duquette, if that's how you say it, like he can't. They were making fun of his throwing motion because he throws like a freshman in high school. He doesn't know how to throw a football properly, but he doesn't need to throw the football. He's so shifty. Like there was one clip where he was juking dudes out and he like dropped to his knees, or like dropped in like a squat and then bounced back up and like evaded getting his flag taken by doing it. So
Yeah,
the
I mean,
dude is shifty as hell.
I watch flag football quite a bit just because I cover high school sports, and
Yeah. Like you don't need to have a
I don't.
Patrick Mahomes cannon.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to
A
be able
lot
to
of
avoid
times, I
getting
mean, in high
tackled.
school at least, a lot of times they just run the ball. But like,
Exactly.
it's weird. They're running like flea flickers. They're running hook and ladders.
Yeah,
They're running.
they run some
Like
crazy.
it's insane what these girls are doing. But it'll be fun to see. It'll be a fun thing to watch.
Yeah, like the wide receivers, I can see why they would get pulled right from the NFL, because Justin Jefferson is not getting guarded on a flag football field.
Yeah.
Like quarterback, running back. All right, Derrick Henry is not going to help you in a flag football game. He can't truck through somebody going after his flag.
Yeah, you need like a
Jahmyr Gibbs or
get Jahmyr.
I'm trying to think of who's
Jahmyr
shifty. Like back in the day, you would want a Jamal Charles or LaShawn McCoy. You want the guys with the high agility. You don't need a bruising back.
You need a receiving back more than a power back.
Yeah, exactly. You need Jahmyr Gibbs is the only dude I can think of, or like
yeah, the only dude coming into my mind right now. Yeah,
I
mean Saquon.
Yeah, Saquon's just kind of a freak athlete. So
yeah,
he would certainly work. I'm trying to see who, like, People were making mock rosters. This dude has Josh Allen as the quarterback.
I mean, as much as
Josh Allen's a great football player. He's one of the best QBs
I don't
in the league.
know.
He's not your flag football quarterback though.
But I mean, I don't know because he is shifty.
Let's say you get what is it? You get one QB, one running back, 2 wide receivers, and 1 tight end. Who's your starting 5?
You get what?
1 QB, 1 running back, 2 wideouts, 1 tight end.
Lamar Jackson.
Same. I agree.
Saquon Barkley. Justin Jefferson. Jamar Chase. And a tight end, you said?
Yeah. I don't know if there's actually going to be tight ends in it, but that's just what I'm like.
I don't know, like Brock Bowers.
Oh, because I think your center can go out and run routes, so you'd have like a tight end as your center.
Yeah, actually, maybe like I don't know. I feel like Brock Bowers would be fun to watch, but I doubt he would get it. But
I don't know. I could see him get. He's a name that I keep seeing thrown.
I mean, it's in 3 years.
That is true. Yeah. So like you're talking Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams. But I guess right now we'll just go based on current players because that's getting too.
I think it'd be fun to see like George Kittle.
Kittle would be.
I feel like George Kittle would be a fun one. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like smaller tight ends.
Yeah, like Trey McBride or something.
Yeah, I feel like you don't need like a Travis Kelce or a Hunter Henry or a Darren Waller or like one of these big boys.
There's someone else I'm forgetting about. Sam Laporta.
Ooh, Laporta's a good one. Yeah, Laporta's a good shout.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely go Lamar Jackson. I agree with you there. Probably would 100% go. It's either Saquon or Jahmyr Gibbs. I can't really think of anybody besides those two. I guess like we'll see. I mean, Genti isn't that like shifty, so I can't really see him.
Yeah, no.
He's more of a power back.
TreVeyon Henderson.
Honestly, Henderson might be the best one. You know, one of those receiving backs.
I mean, we'll have to see how he does with the pass. If we
I'd go Jay Jettas and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, you would go CeeDee Lamb.
I would. Or honestly, I might go Jamar Chase over Justin Jefferson. I don't know. CeeDee Lamb's already in there. All right. Hate me all you want. I'm putting CeeDee Lamb in my flag football team. I don't care.
Yeah. And I'm putting Pop Douglas in mine.
Go ahead. You can put I don't know who is a wide. Oh, you put Stephon Diggs in there.
Oh yeah, we do have Stephon Diggs. No, I feel like, but you gotta get the LSU boys. You can't. They're the best 2 receivers in the league, dude. Like you can't.
Yeah, but I gotta have CeeDee Lamb in mind. I can't not. I have to. I have to. Look, I feel like I'd probably go Jamar and CeeDee because I think Jettas and CeeDee Lamb are interchangeable. Not trying to say that like they're both.
Yeah, but you can't just not have Jettas in there with everything he's done for flag football, and
I mean, like but this isn't about who. This is about who deserves it most. This is about who I want to see on the field the most. I want to see CeeDee Lamb out there. Honestly.
Okay, then I want to see Drake May, Pop Douglas, Stephon Diggs, TreVeyon Henderson, Hunter Henry.
Like CeeDee and Jetta is like, all right, you're not going from Justin Jefferson to Bryce Butler. Like CeeDee Lamb is not that big of a drop off.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah,
he's still a top 3 receiver in the league. You're just interchanging which one of those 2 out of the top 3 you want. Honestly, maybe I would go Jettas and CeeDee just to have 2 absolute deep bomb threats and just start chucking it up. I wouldn't even need Jamar Chase.
Fair.
Tight end, I'd probably go.
I feel like they're probably gonna have 3.
Yeah, they're gonna have. They're not gonna have just 2. Yeah, they're gonna have way more dudes on the roster. But that's just like the format that I'm seeing on social media and whatnot is QB, running back, 2 wideouts, and then you're like, I guess you could do a wide receiver for your center. You could do like an AJ Brown or a DK Metcalf for your center and just get a big receiver.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, we got a ways to go, but it'll be exciting to watch. It's honestly going to end up being like who. I don't think Cam Ward would be the guy, but it's going to be a younger, flashy, elusive quarterback. I don't think Lamar will still have that same burst in 2028, but it's going to be like Cam Ward, Henderson, Jeremiah Smith, Ryan. It's going to be all these guys in college.
Unless like Jalen Milroe pops off.
Maybe it's going to be DJ Lagway. That's who it's going to be. Gator boy, stay hot.
And it's going to be
speaking of Gator boy staying hot. You see where they land in the portal?
Yeah. It's going to be Cam Skattebo. It's going to be Cam Skattebo. It's going to be the running back.
Honestly, Skattebo would be good. He's so small that like they won't even be able to grab his flag.
Shout out Skattebo, dude.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Skattebo. Well, I can't think of anything else, Bruce.
I mean, the Europa League final is tonight.
Ah, yes. Soccer. I've been keeping up.
I mean, mind you, it's like the Europa League.
I've seen ads and whatnot for it. I have no idea what's going on in that.
It's not the Champions League. It's
the Europa.
Next stage down. It's between two very mid English teams, and the Spurs, who suck, and Man U, who also sucks.
So is this where it works as like the winner jumps up to the Champions League, or is that different?
Yeah.
The winner goes to the Champions League.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and they're both English teams. So people who are having this argument like, English soccer isn't the best soccer in the world anymore, this, that, and the other thing. Bro, you got two English teams who are absolute dog shit playing for the Europa League final.
Yeah.
Like,
they're doing something right.
What do you mean by that, brother? Like, I get it. Like, the Champions League final is a French team and an Italian team. I get that. Like, but other leagues have powerhouses, whereas England is kind of just like, you've got Liverpool and Man City kind of winning the league every year, which sucks. But at the same time, the battle for Champions League spots is so much different than in other countries. Like, I'm pretty sure, I actually looked at it the other day, there's like a pretty good fight going on for a Champions League spot. Actually did. I'd have to double check. I can't remember what it is. I'll bring it up tomorrow probably. But like where Nottingham Forest could make it into the Champions League, which is absolutely insane to think about. But Arsenal secured second, so that's cool.
There you go. We'll break it all down. We'll break it all down tomorrow and Friday as we continue on the regular fan show here. Make sure you hit up your W Energy at W.GG. Use code RFS for your 10% off. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Shout out Tony in the chat and the rest of the boys. This has been the regular fan show, breaking it down by fans for fans with Vinny Fredericks and Bruce Juno.
Take care, everybody.
Peace
Follow
out,
the
y'all.
socials.
Yeah, hit that like, subscribe, the socials, all that great stuff. We appreciate it. Peace.